Now for Global Business Updates, Rotus Oddiri joins us. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Rufai. Good morning, all our viewers
Morning,
out
Rotus.
there. We begin with what to watch this week. Big week. Central Bank Fed speak. Jerome Powell is going to be testifying at the Senate Banking Committee. McDonald's releases its Q4 earnings later today. I think it's before the bell opens. Then the Chinese retaliatory tariffs on about $14 billion worth of U.S. goods take effect today, February the 10th. Tuesday, we get earnings from Coca-Cola and Lyft, the ride-hailing company. There's also a lot of other companies going to fit in there. Then Jerome Powell is going to be testifying in front of the Senate Banking Committee. His semi-annual monetary policy testimony. So you can expect a lot of talk on tariffs. Wednesday, Cisco Systems releases their report. OPEC releases their monthly oil report. We get the U.S. January CPI on Wednesday. Thursday, a lot of more earnings. Sony, the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, the agricultural mechanization for company John Deere releases its earnings on Thursday. Friday, the biopharmaceutical company Moderna. Nike will be celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Jordan brand on Friday, and then we get U.S. January retail sales. Asian markets were mixed this morning in trading. This is as a result of the announcement of 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum from Trump. Although we did see Shanghai, Kospi in Korea, Nikkei, they were up, Hang Seng was up, but the Australia's mining companies were down. The Australian dollar took a hit because of this steel matter. Also the Nifty in India, because I think India is the second largest producer or is the exporter of aluminium. Here's Donald Trump on Air Force One while he was heading to the Chiefs-Eagles game. Congratulations to the Eagles for winning the Super Bowl, denying the Chiefs a three-peat. But here's Trump announcing those tariffs on steel and aluminum.
Yeah, any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff.
What about aluminum, sir?
Aluminum too.
10%?
25%.
25 for aluminum as well.
25 for both.
Yeah, they're draining the swamp.
And that trip cost $20 million.
Exactly.
And they are draining the swamp.
With Doge has got involved.
So
yes.
Doge does not think
They're
that's
getting there. They're
overspending.
getting there.
They are
One
getting
department
there.
after the other, though. So
Okay.
Top
Get
10 exporters. Let's look at the top 10 exporters of steel in the world. China, of course, 94.3 million tons, 2023. Japan in second place. South Korea, Germany, and Italy. Specifically looking at the nations that the U.S. imports from, because steel has different grades and so on. If you look at the top U.S. importers, Canada, 11.2 billion for, I think it was fiscal year 2023. Mexico, 6.5. Brazil and China tied for 5.2, and Taiwan. So he announced tariffs on China, on Mexico and Canada. He said he would give them a 30-day reprieve, and now he's announced steel tariffs, which will still impact the very same Mexico and Canada that he said there was a 30-day reprieve. So he's just shooting tariffs. In fact, he says later this week there will be an across-the-board tariff on every nation that the U.S. has a trade deficit with. So, stay tuned for that. Let's get to France. The Paris AI Summit is taking place today and tomorrow. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, his first, I think, official trip outside the U.S. is going to attend. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, is going to attend. About 100 countries are supposed to be represented, heads of state, tech CEOs, scientists, and the like. Here's a quote from Emmanuel Macron. Macron said, I'm going to do this in French next time. He said, we are living in a technology and scientific revolution we've rarely seen. France and Europe must seize the opportunity because AI will enable us to live, learn, work, and care better. And it's up to us to put this artificial intelligence at the service of human beings. France also announced a 109 billion euro in AI investments. We believe it's going to go into data centers and the like. So that's what we're getting from, and that's the two-day summit will be for today and tomorrow. But they'll also be talking about a whole lot of geopolitical stuff. DeepSeek, for example, I think will be discussed a lot at this AI summit. So there's the 109 billion. Finally, to the Central Bank of Nigeria, because of the delays in the rebasing of, this is here in Nigeria now, the rebasing of CPI, and that's Consumer Price Index, and GDP. The CBN had to push back its January 27th and 28th MPC meeting to allow for the new CPI numbers to come forward so they can, factor that into their projections for the year. It was then postponed. Now, this is not official. We're hoping to get official word from the CBN, but the sources we've talked to understand that telling us that MPC meeting could actually hold the 19th to the 20th. Although Nairametrics had an article saying it could be postponed to March. But what folks we've been talking to are telling us it could be 19th to the 20th. So we'll wait to hear from the MPC, get an official word later on this week. That's our update for MPC Monday, or Monday.
Real quickly, I'd like to see what comes out of, the Paris AI Summit, where a lot of conversation obviously will be about DeepSeek. Maybe if they did take some of the trade secrets and they iterated it to be able to form quick AI models to be able to do a lot of language learning at the same time. Let's see if Madam Vestager will be able to see some loopholes here and there to be able to sanction most of these top AI companies and all of that. Yeah. But let's see how this pans out. But these are real conversations as regards AI, and I think we need to have some common sense in the room, because AI can be a good tool for success, but also can be a good tool for destruction.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a big one. And of course, everyone is bringing their best foot forward. We're going to have OpenAI. Sam Altman is going to be there. Google is going to be there. Microsoft is going to be there. Chinese Premier is sending a high-powered representative, his vice premier, to be there, just to tell you how important a lot of people are taking it. So it's going to be
all the DeepSeek.
All the DeepSeek. So it's going to obviously dominate conversations. Yeah. And it will be interesting to see what the takeout is from. Possibly going to be the most interesting since it started in 2023, because a lot of things have changed. But rightly said, what people are also saying and what we're calling for is also more regulation around this. I don't know if this will be talked about yet, but the U.S. is putting its best foot forward. Talking about the U.S., China's reciprocal tariff kicks in today. Yeah. So they are looking at, microscoping Google. Yeah. They're talking about even brands that a lot of Chinese people wear, designer brands, Calvin Klein and the others. And so we'll see how this trade war will work out, will pan out. You would see that Trump is sort of not focusing on China with regards to tariffs, still on Mexico and Canada. Maybe in terms of what they have to offer. I'd mentioned earlier that they have a bigger stake in China than in Canada and Mexico.
Okay, I made a point when Rufemi Akinsanya was here that the main effect of this reciprocal tariffs and the tariffs on aluminum, steel, and all of that is escalation of the trade war. And Trump, by his actions, deepening the uncertainty. And you can see the effect in the markets. That was the only thing I didn't mention, because I was reserving that for you. Yeah. Now, the POSCO holdings and also the care corporations, the stocks fell 3.6% immediately. And then in South Korea, the steel company there, the Hyundai Steel, also fell 2.9%. So there isn't, the markets are not so enthusiastic. The effect of all these tariffs is that investors are becoming very wary. Even AI, which dominated in the whole of 2024, that enthusiasm has been dampened. So the Trump effect is taking a different shape, mainly because of the uncertainty. If Trump has said anything, maybe when he said coal, the world will still need coal, as the WEF World Economic Forum in Davos. Now, the International Atomic Agency, Energy Agency, and also the tracker, the coal tracker, Global Coal Tracker, they've now said, look, there's rising demand in Asia, specifically, even if there is a decline in the EU and the United States, and that there is still a lot of future for coal. Well, we will have inflation dominate this week. The Chinese, they've already reported that consumer price index has gone up 0.6%, but it's a mixed signal. Producer price has gone down. No, up 2.3%.
2.3%.
That's how I say it's a mixed signal.
That lunar holiday that they had, I think there was a lot of spending during that period.
But America will have the we had the jobs report yesterday, 147,000. We'll have this week CPI and also producer index. So there's a lot of uncertainty out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr.